Yay! Hello, everybody. So I'm tapping in here again, sending live. Um, Thank you for watching and for sticking with me. I just did a reading for myself, and for those of you who are new here, I do tarot and oracle readings, and I am an intuitive and psychic. A little bit slow today, a slow day today, and that's fine, right? We need those days as well. Usually Monday is slow for me. Um, but it's the moon day, so it's a day to really feel your inner works. Um, so I just did a reading and I felt inclined to share it. It's a new layout, and we're just going to tap into and see if you are in the midst of uncertainty, if you are battling inner thoughts and ideas and feelings, emotions, if you feel like intuition is mixed up with the messages that you get and you can't really decipher what is what, this will bring you clarity, hopefully. So we'll see. All right. So I already cleansed the space and set up the space for you. We're starting off with a star code Astro Oracle, and I want to see what is the higher works going on for anybody that's watching. If you feel like this resonates, please stay and like and comment and share and subscribe. And if you feel like this doesn't resonate, just move on to the next, right? Thank you. Next. I'm hearing also this is like a moment to give gratitude for all the lessons in life, including the position that you are in now, including the confusion and including the uncertainty, and to give gratitude to everything that has moved you to be in the space where you are right now, but also to give gratitude to yourself. Um, for taking yourself to the spaces that you've been through and that you are now. And I think that will also assist you to open up for more understanding or understanding, that is. What is the higher works happening right now for everybody that's watching and tuning in, please? So we have Venus with Uranus. And Venus is very Taurian energy, right? We just stepped into the Gemini season. But Venus also represents the beloved in Libra and relationships. Uranus represents change, and in a way, I'm hearing combativeness. Excuse all my phone blinging. Um, Tumultuous change. Also, I'm seeing like, that kind of change when there's like a storm. You're in the middle of the storm and the dust needs to settle before you can see clearly. I'm hearing the beloved is always with you. That Venusian energy of, things are bursting into bloom. I'm being drawn to a Swedish poem by a Swedish author. She was amazing and very inspirational or inspiring. Her name was Karin Boye. And she wrote a very classical poem, a piece. Let's see if I can translate it. It literally says, "Oh, doesn't it hurt when buds are bursting into bloom?" And she described this feeling of being, in that captivity of a space being too tight for you, and you feel like you need to burst out into bloom. And that hurts, and that process can be painful. It's not always like pleasure. And when we walk around and witness a show of spring and summer and all these like fruits and flowers and everything just like bursting into bloom, we see the fruits of that. We see the beauty of that. But perhaps we don't see the process that the tree has gone through, or the bushes has gone through, or even that we ourselves go through. So there's always a process to it that we need to witness and again give gratitude to. So here we are, the card for the beloved Venus. And you can see that, very lush and enriching energy. It also comes down to 21, which equals 3 in numerology, which is about creativity. I feel more so than like being like a creative person or having creative endeavors. I feel like this is a time for creation. And I'm seeing the birds and the bees, and I'm seeing the bees specifically. It's like hard work are paying off or is paying off, but you can't really see the results of it just yet because Uranus, that kind of energy, the change maker, is still in its motion. And so the dust is like still there and it needs to settle for you to see the actual healing that has taken place. We have Chiron. So everything is like mirrored backwards. And when you see this, let's see. You see Chiron, and you see also like the very light snake and the black snake, and the darkness and the light kind of goes together. And we talk about the light being something to be grateful for because of the darkness. And again, I'm being drawn back into this energy where it's not about something being bad or something being good or something being negative and something being positive. It's not about two-sided story. It's about two things coming together as one. And that's where we find the unity. That's where we find um, the harmony. So give praise for the tumultuousness that you are in at this moment. Give praise for the uncertainty. Give praise for the healing that you cannot see, but that is taking place. Give praise for the pain that you have gone through and that you are still going through. And also remember that it's growing pains. And Erica Badu, she has a song called Green Eyes, which is amazing. I love it. And in the end, she sings, um, and I can't stand these growing pains. And she sings about envy, and she sings about having to leave somebody that she loves, but she cannot really do it because she still loves that person. It's more of this energy of like not really knowing up or down, in and out, but it's that confusion itself is because there are growing pains and you can't control it. You can't control the outcome and you can't control how it will unfold. It will just unfold naturally. And Uranus is a very powerful energy that we're talking about here. I think also today, on the 20th of May, I think it was today or maybe it is tomorrow, that the sun enters into Gemini and Jupiter enters into Gemini. And we have all these planets entering into Gemini. So Gemini can be a very well appreciated um, sign. We all have Gemini in our chart, right? So we all have that energy. It can be a very well appreciated uh, energy when it is light and bright and playful and fun, intellectual and easygoing. But when Gemini is on the other side, because it's a two-side, it's the twins, right? When Gemini is on the other side, when it's like uh, analytic to the point where they are correct, but really, really frank and really, really harsh. And they're easily like that energy can easily cut people off. It's like delivering messages of the divine, but truth is not always comfortable, right? And it can also be like delivered in a way that can be very harsh, but sometimes it's actually necessary. So Gemini unfortunately gets kind of the role of the joker and the player, unfairly so, because what they actually do or what that energy does is that it actually it creates almost like Uranus, but it's more Mercurian energy, right? It gives permission for things to just change and whirl and not be like ordered, but to rather be chaotic and to be stirred up. It's like that chaos agent, but that actually enables harmony to unfold further and for life to continue to grow, which it always will. It's inevitable, right? So let's see. So what is your mind telling you? What is the mind chatter in this, please? And now we're using the turret of the divine, the mind shattering, mind shattering, chatting. What is the mind says for anybody that's watching? What is the top of the mind? So we have Page of Wands together with a Hierophant. Yeah. So I'm feeling like the Page of Wands together with a Hierophant, it's a pretty clear message. It's somebody who is, again, this playful, childlike energy that kind of goes up against a huge authority and questions the authority and questions the way things are usually supposed to be. But it can also be naivety in the face of wisdom. It can be, in a way, like playfulness together with that deep wisdom. So it's more like allowing the elder and the inner child to come together. The mind here can't really see those two, again, sides collide into one. The mind here, whatever you're hearing in your mind, the mind is unable to see the two be as one, because that's the nature of the mind. It needs to divide in order for it to categorize, in order for it to feel like it is in charge, in order for it to function, actually. That's what it does. So the Page of Wands is like also very fiery and creative. I feel like there's somebody like dancing and somebody like playing. So it's like the mind is like playing tricks in order to divide and conquer, but also in order to connect with itself, to connect with the divine. It's almost like the mind, your thoughts are longing to be deepening its collision course, I'm hearing, with your deep inner knowing. I'm also hearing, to be more specific, for some of you, this is maybe you're just now starting a relationship or a marriage. Maybe you're just now starting a new business endeavor, a contract of some sorts. Maybe you're renewing your promises, I'm hearing, to the divine or to some kind of shaman or priesthood, a path. Maybe you're renewing that, and that itself is a celebration. But the mind here, let's see, can we get a clarity to what the mind is saying? Thank you. Yeah, the mind is, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So yeah, it has, we get the Hierophant twice. So the Two of Cups in reverse together with this is, it's more like, in order for things to come together, they need to come apart, or the mind itself doesn't really understand how that can be. How can it be that two parts can become one? It's, again, the difficulty understanding. So whatever the narrative is in your mind, that is the conflict, the inability to see how these two things, two different things, the child and the elder, the new and the old, how these two things can come together in marriage or unity. But I do feel like the mind is still onto something here. And sometimes we get very confused. So the confusion is here, for sure. It's like inability to see why opposites are supposed to connect, to dissolve, to be able to connect. So what is the heart telling us? The heart. For anybody that's watching, what is the heart telling? So we have the Eight of Cups together with the Four of Cups, and it's like walking away, um, The heart knows that it needs to leave something behind, but it's not like it leaves something in grief. It's more that it leaves something, it's longing for some kind of adventure. And then we have the Tower card. It's like you've almost been waiting for this adventure. Your heart knows the way, and your heart is trying to tell you, because in your day-to-day routines, your heart has been trying to, like, because I see the Four of Cups here as well. And you can see the little bird here singing to you, but you're like sitting here and only focusing on these 3 cups. And then we have this in the middle of the night, somebody just walking away and leaving all that abundance behind. It's almost like the message is there. It's so close. You don't even have to walk that far. You don't even have to go on this great journey to see the message. But in a sense, you have to. And the Tower card talks about great change, upheaval, just like Uranus, right? It is that great change. And it's like, again, repeating this, you can't really see what the divine is gifting you. Well, there you go. Because of all the dust that is all around you. Let's clarify. So please clarify the 8 of Cups. We have the 4 of Swords. And I'm hearing this song, No Peace. I can find no peace. And I'm seeing the Emperor and the Ace of Wands as well. So it's kind of like this forceful energy just like pulling you towards this unknown, this journey in the unknown. You don't really know where it's going to go. You need to find that stability and peace, but you can't, because it's almost like the journey brings you peace, in a sense. Again, it's like where these paradoxes are connecting. What are the 4 of Cups, please? What is the 4 of Cups? 4 of Cups is King of Swords in reverse. So it's like, again, an inability to see the message or hear the message or see clarity, but it's right there. What is the Tower, please? What is the Tower of Heart, please? 7 of Wands in reverse, together with 3 of Cups. I'm feeling like it's about balance. It's almost like you're getting this really huge change because you need some kind of new footing or new balance. And then we have the Devil. Just be mindful that you're not creating havoc in your own life, but because this is the heart, I wouldn't say so. It's almost like the heart wants to embrace the devil. The heart wants to embrace the captivity. The heart wants to embrace the hunger and the greed. Also, I feel like this is gonna happen. Like this, like it's almost like your defenses will fall down whenever you're partying, and that's when the ego will come up. And I'm saying partying, or it can be celebrating. It can be great changes happening, and you're kind of like celebrating that, but it's almost like it has to happen. The heart is asking you to pull your defenses down and let loose and celebrate amongst friends, and that's when you're able to see what is hindering you. Can we get one more clarity on the Devil, please? We have the Page of Swords with the 9 of Cups. So there's like this one truth that is laying like buried, and it is about a wish fulfillment. It is about the desire of your heart. But because it is so deeply buried, it's almost like this Uranus change, this tower change needs to happen in order for it to come to surface. And what is the last message, please, for anybody that's watching? Advice. We have 2 of Swords in reverse. So try not to decide. I'm hearing, try not to decide. Queen of Coins in reverse. Try not to be in control. Let go of control. Let go of ownership. And Four of Coins. Rest in the space where you feel most safe within yourself. You have the Hermit as well. So it's time to go within, everybody, all right? In the midst of this storm, in the midst of this chaos too, it's time to go within. And the answers are meant to be blurry right now. Your inability to see things clearly is the way that it's supposed to be. So know that time will tell, and probably some kind of rapid cosmic event will take place where the truth will be revealed, and you will be able to see what was always there right in front of you. Okay, I hope this helped. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will pop in like this now and then whenever I feel it. I won't do anything regular. Sorry, that's just not the way I work. And if you feel like you need a reading with me, please let me know. Until then, take care.